back. Coffee's been brewed. The house smells radiant of light coffee.
It smells sweet.
Oh,
It has a very sweet smell to it.
really light coffee too.
Yes.
It's almost a blonde.
Basically. Has a nice tan color to it. Almost like caramel. A caramel color.
Caramel in color. Really good, rich flavor, or a rich smell.
I don't really smell the jasmine. That kind of concerned me for a minute reading because I didn't want it to come off floral.
Yes.
Jasmine has a strong floral flavor. It's a nice herbal tea to relax or to like smell as a scent, like in a perfume. But I wouldn't know about drinking it in coffee.
I actually do not like that at all.
Yeah.
Wow. No. What are your thoughts?
It has a bite. There's a bitter bite.
If it wanted me to relax with a jasmine chai, you missed the mark. Wow.
It's not bad though. It's
I've
actually
had
not
instant
bad.
coffee packets in the field that were tasting better than this. Yeah, even the second time for me doesn't do the trick. Maybe I'm just used to worse coffee, but I'm not impressed at all. Maybe if I added creamer to it, which kind of goes against my mantra of drinking coffee, you're supposed
Try
to
it
drink it as it
with
is.
just a little bit to see how it tastes.
Creamer?
I have some of that too.
Alright, so here's the heavy cream, and usually, she'll vouch for me, I usually do not put stuff in my coffee.
It has a bitter taste. I don't taste the hazelnut. I don't taste the brown sugar. I love chai tea and it does not taste like chai tea. I don't taste any of those notes. I taste the lime. I do taste the lime a little bit. And it doesn't taste the floral of the jasmine.
Alright, the heavy cream knocks it down a notch or two. Makes it bearable, but if you're getting a coffee for the flavor, you shouldn't have to add any creamers or sugars or any other byproducts for the coffee.
Sometimes you do. Some people do. They did say that there will be some that is pairable with creams and sugars. It just depends on your taste. And there will be those coffee blends that do taste better with a cream or a sugar or...
Maybe it's because there's no jasmine chai she was stripping today. She didn't get to make it in. But anyway, if I would rate this coffee from 1 to 10 from the Atlas Coffee Club, I would give it a 3.
Yeah, this one's just not... we love coffee. This one's just not my favorite. However, I'm not going to let this be like our staple of the view of the company.
No,
It's just
please
not the...
order this coffee. Everyone's taste buds are extremely different.
Somebody might like it. Somebody might pick up a lighter note that we don't.
One of you out there might like this. You might like the airiness of the smell, and you might like the right at the bitterness of the taste. Everyone has a different taste, and everyone calls something good that may or may not be as good as what I think is good. I personally think that there's too much bitter in here, and
Yeah, for a light coffee, it is really bitter.
yeah, I think they went overboard on the hazelnut.
See, I don't taste it either. I don't taste the hazelnut.
Well, I don't taste brown sugar. I taste
Or
bitterness.
sugar.
So I'm thinking when you add too much hazelnut things, it gives it a bitter
I
taste.
taste the lime though. Can you taste the lime?
No, I taste heavy cream now.
It does taste like heavy cream.
I would suggest buying it and testing it out for yourself. I would not suggest, however, that you buy this or do not buy this solely on our direct representation. We're telling you where it's from, how we got it, and how we think it folds over compared to other coffees.
And that's the whole purpose of Atlas Coffee is they want it to be an adventure. They call their points miles, and each coffee is a journey. This is just our first journey to Zimbabwe.
This will be the first
Zambia.
one, be Zambia, not Zimbabwe.
That's close enough.
It's another country.
Huh. I want to go there one day too. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Add it to your bucket list. I will say though that the area that this is from, Zambia, is located with dense jungle. There's all types of wildlife. So if you were to do a
Yeah.
bucket list There are a few things you can do. There's a petrified forest with Jurassic trees.
That sounds really cool.
That would be pretty cool to take a tour through there if you're not getting eaten by lions.
It's like walking through Jurassic Park, but instead of a velociraptor chasing you,
Lions.
it's a lion.
Yes. Black mambas.
It'd still be fun though.
I think it would be
Maybe you
fun.
can find Simba and he can become your friend.
Yes. There's also the Moella rock paintings, which are centuries old. They date back to the early BCs, which I looked that up. There's some pretty cool things in there that would be if you had if you on your bucket list, and they encourage tourism. I'm not saying any one country is safer than the other, but they do on their website. If you just look it up, there is encouragement to tour there with a whole list of things to do. And TripAdvisor.com has a great list of the top 10 best things to do in Zambia if you're ever there.
One of them is definitely probably this picture here on this card.
Yes, I didn't write that down, but there's a waterfall. Is it even listed on there? There is a waterfall.
I was trying to see what it was called. It has, on the back of it, it has a paragraph describing some of this stuff in this area to do, as well as this card here. It has the coffee's history on this card, the altitude that it's grown in, the process it's washed, they're washed beans, and the region that they're grown in. It talks about the complexity of the flavors, and it is very complex. For a light coffee, there's
a lot going on inside
flavor.
this one cup of coffee. So if you really like
things
to be stirred up in your mouth,
I like it with the creamer. Now that it's added, and the more that I take sips, it's grown on me a little bit, but I would have to add something to it. But this actually sounds kind of romantic. You know, go here. It says you can have like dramatic sunsets, watch from the treetop hideouts. There's fruit bats. I guess there's fruit bats that descend on.
yes,
That would be neat.
1,500-year-old trees, over 1 million fruit bats. But I encourage you, expand your knowledge of other countries if you haven't been. And we plan on one day having enough money to go. That's why we're starting this. Is hopefully some of these countries will be on our bucket list. I would love to go to Zimbabwe or
Zambia.
Or Zambia or.
I mean, look at all these places. I like the places that it has marked. It has like little bitty pictures of stuff
I could drop
on
her
each
off
country.
in Zambia and come back home.
Look, there's a llama. Get the llama.
Oh yes, in South America. Oh,
And a
daughter would
flamingo.
love that.
Here's Zambia on the list. It shows a little waterfall there too.
Each time you order a box, it comes with a map, and the map is numbered with the order of localities, which are the key is on. Is it separate from the box?
We got it separate from the box as like a thank you for
Yes, I'm
ordering.
sorry. I apologize. That is, it came a couple of days afterwards as a thank you for ordering the coffee. But it will come when you order the coffee as a thank you, and there is a ledger on the back that has the numbers of what they are, and your coffee will be numbered on there.
It also describes like a little bit about the company on the back. Talks about the reward points. Some talks about the fact that they don't do the roasting process until people order. That way they can get you the freshest coffee beans out, which I think is really neat. They have the highlight beans for the month. This is the highlight bean for July. And
August's package is on its way.
And you have an option to review them on there and say how you feel. I mean, of course, we'll give this one a low review just because we personally don't like the bitterness, and we're having to add stuff to heighten its flavor. It's not bad with the added stuff. It's drinkable. It's good drink. I like it. But for somebody who likes black coffee, you wouldn't want to preferably add something to it.
That's all for this week. Hopefully, within the next 2 weeks, we'll have another flavor for you. And we should have another video up of another coffee. It's not part of the Atlas Coffee Club that we're taste testing today, but it is another coffee that we are going to be doing.